Hello class 6, hope you all are good. Today we'll be starting a new lesson, that is integers. Integers, before going to integers, let us talk about what is whole numbers. Whole numbers, children, I suppose you all remember, was 0, 1, 2, 3 until infinitive belongs to whole number. And what is natural number? Numbers that were 1, 2, 3 and so on and so forth. So in whole number and natural number, there's a difference of 0. That is, if there's a 0, it's a whole number, and if the 0 is not there, it becomes a natural number. Natural number is also known as counting numbers. Now in integers, what do we get? Well, what is this integer? Integer is a combination of positive whole numbers, negative whole numbers and 0. So these are negative. These are negative numbers. These are positive numbers. And 0. What is 0 then? 0 has a plus and a minus or not? No, 0 doesn't have a plus or a minus. 0 is called a neutral number. The purpose of reading negative and positive numbers are, there are certain things which go below 0. Say for example, when it is winter, the temperature in cooler regions, they go below 0 degrees Celsius. So if we don't have a number that side, how do we tell what's the temperature there? So you must have heard news people just saying, the news readers saying that temperature at a place is say minus 20 degrees Celsius, somewhere it's like minus 40 degrees Celsius. So these temperatures are represented with a negative sign to say that the temperature is below 0, that is less than 0 degrees Celsius. Now the same way, parts, we have 28 degrees Celsius, then we rise to, peak summers are coming, so we rise to say 40 degrees Celsius. So this plus says this much more than 0. So our reference point is 0. 0 is the neutral number, more than 0, very high. So high is again a representation of positive, low is negative. We go for, say, you had a profit in a business, or it's plus. You had a loss in a business, you have minus. So you simply write numbers with a minus sign, you mean to say that you had a loss. You write a number with a plus sign, you mean to say that you had a profit. So the more of plus is better. Yes, the less of minus is always better for students. Yes, students always love more of plus. About how to represent them on a number line. You know, there is a number line. Line means the arrows are compulsory. Now, how to put this? You can have a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If there is no sign, means it's a plus sign. And then there's minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So for negative integers, it is compulsory to show the negative minus signs. But for positive integers, it is not necessary to put the plus sign. But doesn't mean that if you put the plus sign, it is wrong. It is also correct. Okay, so plus sign you put, plus sign you don't put, as you wish. If the sign is not there, we assume it that it's a positive number. You have to represent a negative number by a minus sign. So you have to put a minus sign before that. Is that clear, children? So let us talk about how to see the numbers. You can see, just like in your ruler, if you have seen your scale, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot have a number line like, say, for example, if you say, no, my number line I'll make, and I'll have 4 here and 2 here and say minus 6 here. No, this is wrong. You cannot represent any number anywhere. there's a rule of writing the numbers in the number line. So what is the rule? The rule says you should be having a 0 and then it should grow to the right for positive, it should grow to the left for negative. Till now, whenever you used to make a number line, in your number line, you had a 0, a 1, 2, 3, that is all the whole numbers, or we can say natural numbers and whole numbers. Now, because we learned the negative integers, so the negative integers are written on the left hand side of the 0. So, the left side represents negative and the right represents positive. Now you must see, say in natural numbers, 2 is less than 4, 3 is less than 5. So every number which is on the left hand side is smaller than the number on the right. That means, see, 6 bigger than 4. So that 6 is on the right and 4 is on the left. So it is big and this is small. Similarly, the rule applies for the negative numbers also. So, -1 and -3, which one will be bigger? -1 will be bigger because -1 is on the right hand side of -3. So, therefore, you see, -5. -5 is smaller than 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? Because all of them are on the right. And this is on the left hand side. Arranging the integers. Arranging the integers in the sense ascending and descending order. How to arrange the integers in ascending or descending order? Now see, I always prefer to write ascending with an arrow up and descending with an arrow down, which tells us ascending means always smaller to bigger. You go more and more. Descending, you come down. So bigger to smaller. Ascending and descending order. Say if I am giving you a set of integers, for example, we take an integer set of integers, say plus 10, minus 12, minus 6, 20, minus 5, 0. I suppose that is enough. Now suppose I have to arrange it in the ascending order. Ascending means I need to search for the smallest. Children, before this, whenever you had to arrange something in ascending or descending, the moment you got 0, you knew 0 was the smallest and you went for it. But now 0 is not the smallest number. 0 is bigger than all the negative integers. So all negative integers are smaller than 0. So what should we do? We should go first for the negative integers. Minus 12, minus 6, minus 5. So 12 will be the smallest. Minus 12 is the smallest. Smaller than that will be minus 6. Then smaller than that will be minus 5. Then we go for no more negative integers. So we go for 0. Because 0 is smaller than all the positive integers. So once we are done with the negative integers, we will go for 0. And then we look after the positive integers. See, positive integers, I don't have to say, you know it very well. These are the two positive integers here. So 10 is the smaller and the biggest is the 20. So I suppose we have done it ascending order, smallest to bigger. So a simple rule for ascending and descending in terms of integers, which may be confusing, you should remember that when it's a negative integer, the bigger the value, the smaller it is. For positive, I won't give any idea because this is what you have been doing since KG1, how to arrange them. So I don't need to teach you how to arrange the positive integers into ascending and descending. But yes, for negative integer, the trick is bigger the value, the smaller it is. 12. See, minus 12 is the smallest, then minus 6, then minus 5, and then 0, 10, and 20. Now suppose I have to arrange it in the descending order. So for descending order, this case, you would say, no problem, we'll write from the reverse. But well, suppose you had not done the ascending order, how do you start up with? You start up with all the positive numbers. Look at the positive number, whichever is the biggest, you write that and arrange it all positive If you have a 0, the 0. And then for the negative, you go for the smallest number with a minus sign. That will be the biggest in the negative integers. So this is how we arrange in descending order. So arranging in ascending and descending order, children, we can do this also using the number line. Say if I give you a number, children, we can do this also using the number line. Say if I give you a number line, suppose we make the number line, we make like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So suppose, let me change the question this time. 5. Say these are the numbers. Now how do we do this ascending and descending using the number line? So in the number line, we go for, say for ascending, we go for the smallest. So the one which is on the extreme left is the smallest. So minus 2, minus 5, minus 1, which is on the extreme left. Minus 2 is here, minus 1 is here, minus 5 is here. So which is on the extreme left? Minus 5. So minus 5 is the smallest. Then which is the next? Minus 2. So minus 2. Then minus 1. Now the same way we underline all those 2 over here, 4 over here, 3 over here, 5 over here. So we first underline all that is given in the question. Okay, and then we go for arranging minus 5, minus 2, minus 1, then we get a 2, 3, 4, 5. So when number line makes your work easy, isn't it? So using the number line, you can simply arrange very easily. For descending order, this time let us take another question for the descending order. I give you a question like minus 4, minus 6, minus 1, 0, 4, 2, 5. Now, while I was giving the question orally, I went on underlying them. So now, descending order, bigger to smaller. So you can, the bigger number, the one which is at the extreme right is the biggest. The number at the extreme right is the biggest. So you start up from the right side and go towards the left. You go in descending order. When you start from left and go to the right, you go in ascending order. So in the number line, we can say this is the descending order and this is the ascending order. So let us write the answer for here. 5, 4, 2, 0, minus 1, minus 4, minus 6. So this is our answer for descending order. I hope you all understood. So now we'll talk about addition of integers. So the addition that you have been doing, positive integers added to positive integers always gives you a positive integers. So you can write the answer as plus 18 or you can simply write it as 18. It means the same. Well, next let us add a negative integer with a negative integer. Now when a negative integer is added with a negative integer, again we go for adding 6 and 4 and the answer also carries a negative sign. So we get the answer as minus 10. Here you have to write minus 10. You cannot write it as simply 10 because it will mean like a positive integer. So it's compulsory to write the answer as minus 10. Next, let us add a positive integer and a negative integer. Now in this case, one is positive and another is negative. So we don't go for the operation addition when the signs are opposite. That is, one is positive and one is negative. The operation that takes place is subtraction. So we subtract 10 and 7. We get the answer as 3. And then we check the sign of the bigger number. The number 10 is bigger than 7. So the sign of 10 is plus. So we'll have a plus sign or you can have simply 3. That's your answer. Another, say, negative added with a positive. Again, because the signs are opposite, the operation that will take place will be subtraction. So 15 minus 9 gives you 6. And again we go for the sign of the bigger integer. See, 9 and 15. 15 is bigger and the sign that 15 carries is minus. So we get a minus sign. These all answers will be better understood when we will be doing additions using number line. But for now, we have to understand this concept with a small trick. And the trick is, the point to be noted is, whenever you are adding same sign, that is two plus plus signs, like in the first case, or two minus minus sign, like in the second case, you always do the operation that is add. And whenever you go for opposite signs, when the signs are opposite, you can see here in the third case there was a plus and a minus. So in the fourth case there was a minus and a plus. Then you go for subtract. So this is a small trick for knowing what do we do and when do we do. So if there are same sign, you add. If there are opposite sign, you subtract. Now what about the answer? What sign should the answer have? So answer will always has the sign of bigger number. Bigger number I am saying, I am not saying integer, because then you will say, Miss, minus 15 is smaller than 9, so I should have a plus sign. No, I am not talking about the integer. The number 15 and the number 9, in that case, which one is bigger? 15 is bigger, so the sign of minus is taken for the answer. So let us verify our from here. Same sign, you add. Yes, we added 12 and 6. The answer always has the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number was 12. The sign was plus, so we had a plus sign. Again here, same sign, add. So we added, we got 10. Sign of the bigger number, 6 is the bigger number and the sign is minus, and we get a minus sign. The same way here, plus 10 minus 7. Opposite sign. Opposite sign you subtract. So you subtracted the 2. 10 and 7 subtracted gives you 3. Sign of the bigger number was plus. So you got a plus sign in the answer. Again, opposite sign, minus 15 plus 9. Opposite sign, you subtracted, you got 6. Sign of the bigger number always. So bigger number is 15. It has a minus sign. So we get a minus sign. So this is how we do addition. Now coming to subtraction of integers. In subtraction of integers, let us talk about what are the rules. Well, whatever rules you learn in addition, you are not supposed to forget it over here because we need it. What we have to do here is, children, see, we got two positive integers and the sign between them is minus because we are doing subtraction. Is that okay? But then, what changes? The changes here is, the first step that we do is we open the bracket and reverse the sign inside the bracket. Whatever is the sign inside the bracket is to be reversed. So here what is the sign? Plus. So we reverse it, becomes minus. Or we simply say it as minus into plus gives us a minus sign. So we get a minus 15. Now let us recall what we learned in addition. If there are opposite sign, we subtract. So when you subtract 20 minus 15, you get 5. Sign of the bigger number is plus, you get plus 5. So this is our answer. Just like in addition, you can also write the answer as 5 only, any one. Just make it or any one of it. Well, let us take one more number. Two negative integers, say minus 18 minus of minus 9. Now, just like I said here, the first step is to reverse the sign inside the bracket. Now, which integer do we need to reverse? The sign of the integer which is after the minus sign. Remember that here also. minus is here. After minus sign, the integer is plus 15. So we made it as minus 15. So the number after the minus sign, you reverse the sign of that integer. This nothing to be done. Copy it down as it is. Minus 18. Minus into minus gives us plus 9. So here again, after you do this step, this is the difference between addition and subtraction. Here you are doing one step, bringing it in the form of say addition. Now we are doing the rules of addition as you added, the way you added. Opposite sign, so you should subtract 18 and 9. You get a 9. Sign of the bigger number is minus, you get minus. I suppose children you all are understanding this. Let us take one more. Say minus 30 minus of minus say plus 12. Again the rule says this number is to be written as it is. This is to be reversed, so we get minus 12. Now we get same sign. Same sign means add and sign of the bigger number, so minus. So let's see, I am continuously following the rule that we made in addition. Same sign add, opposite sign subtract, sign of the bigger number always. So the only difference we are doing is reversing the sign of the integer after the minus sign. Let us take one more. Here say plus of 45 minus of say minus 20. Now this will be copied as it is, plus 45. I can write it as 45. Minus into minus gives us plus 20. We get 65. So this is how we subtract. So the rule in subtraction is after the minus sign, whatever is the integer, you change its or you reverse its sign to get the numbers. And after this, the final thing, just like addition, you have to say same sign or opposite sign. If it is same, you add. If it is opposite, you subtract. Sign of the bigger number always. See, minus 30 is bigger than 12. So you got minus sign in the answer. Here, plus 20 is bigger than 15. So we have a plus sign. The minus 30 is bigger than 12. So we have a minus sign in the answer. 20 is bigger than 15. So we have a plus sign in the answer. Here also, both are positive. So here I suppose no doubt, once both are having plus sign, the answer is having a plus sign. Here minus and plus, 18 and 9. Opposite sign we subtracted. Sign of the bigger number was minus. So we give it as minus. So this is how we go for subtraction of integers.